Hey, hello.
Hello, hello.
I'm heading to North Carolina. Unfortunately, you are not there.
Heading to
Ready?
Reddit.
Ready.
Oh, let's see. My heck is not loading. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Today is October 15th. It's the right. Oops.
Rookie. Just kidding. Are you leading us today, Tiger?
Well, I'm the host, but I have not made promises to be. But
I think you
sure.
should go for it. I think you got this.
All right, everyone, their names. Status. Anyone have status?
Anshul, Shubham, anything?
Hey, folks, nothing specific to add.
Yeah, I think I just need reviews on the Argo CD with Velero PR. Other than that, I think
I
the
had a look at that PR, Shubham. I think I don't know if I commented, but I was just thinking the main issue, right? We were discussing a potential fix. Do you want to do that instead, rather than adding the logging? I don't know how many customers will really help there. Right, maybe we can do prioritization of first adding it in the docs that there could be some compatibility. That could be the first PR, and the second could potentially be the actual fix if it seems feasible.
yeah, we could do that as well. Maybe could you add a comment on the issue?
I mean, just to summarize, like, yes, for now, I will suggest if you can take out some time, maybe just raise a documentation PR. I'll try to add that in the comment. Yeah, that's what I'm proposing while we discuss other solutions.
What's the real quick summary on how this would be fixed?
We were discussing few approaches in the main issue. I'm just trying to recall. So the issue was that we had to copy the labels. Otherwise, if you put a label selector, the expected resources were not coming up. And the way that we were trying to fix was I forgot. I discussed this with someone in my team as well.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I can go check it out if yeah. That's fine.
We will try to add an update if we'll see if we think that the feasibility seems a long fix, then I think we can consider pushing in Shubham's fix. But meanwhile we get some consensus on what Shubham is proposing on the logging. We can meanwhile anyways merge the docs, because that is something we anyways have to do, right? That is what I was proposing for now. I don't
Yeah.
have a major concern with Shubham's PR. I was just proposing a staging plan for now.
Okay. And are all these like the thoughts that we're having about this specific to Argo, or are they more generalized fixes that could be used? I know where the labels are just for Argo, but this could be, there could be another GitOps application that does similar things to Velero as well.
Valid point, I think, but yeah, I personally don't have data. If you could get
Yeah.
some data in the community, I think
That's
we
why
could have
I'm
some.
asking too. Okay. Yeah. So
I think
So
maybe
where's
Shubham, you can keep it little
yeah.
open-ended and explain what happens in Argo, and let's kind of put a line that other GitOps might have similar issues. Just
yeah,
put something like that for now, and we'll see.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's keep it open.
All right, and for my status was I found some issue with the region hinting. So with the functionality that AWS has in Velero is that if you don't specify a region, Velero would fill that in automatically, and it's not working for copy and data mover. So I pushed a fix for that, and that's my status. And your status, Scott?
Yes, so I had some going back and forth with the SE Linux fixes. We finally agreed to a plan last week. 2 different PRs needed. Those both got merged. The first one was basically we only mount the volume read-only if the read-only flag is set in the storage class mapping in the node agent config. So that solves the problem for SE Linux for everything except for the shallow copy use case. And for the shallow copy use case, that's where we do mount that read-only. Staff needs it, and there may be others that do as well. We've added a new attribute to that config map. SPC no relabeling, I think is what it's called. But it's in the documentation. And basically, if you set that to true along with the read-only flag to true, then we set that SPCT security context for SE Linux, which will work as long as you're not using restricted pods. In that case, you're not going to be able to do shallow copy any of that. But so that's all merged now. It'll be in 1.15. So that's good. And that's my status.
All right, thank you, Scott. Can anyone see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So Daniel, should we go to the 115 issues?
I think either way is fine. I think currently we discussed it on Monday internally regarding the RC1. So are you asking for like the status for RC1?
Yeah, I saw you post it in status. There's 115 RC1 issues that maybe should we look at it, or it's all closed? Okay.
So I had
Yeah,
added
they're
that
all
from
closed,
prior
but
meeting. Yeah, they're closed.
yeah, but currently I think we have 3 major issue regarding 1.15. The first is the SE Linux issue that Scott mentioned, and I believe Scott has provided the fix. But currently we are in the middle of a migration process of our data center in Broadcom, and all the pipelines are impacted, and we are busy fixing the issues in the pipeline because many of the URLs have changed, and there are firewall setting blocking the worker to pull code from GitHub, and we need to update the firewall setting, etc., etc. But hopefully, this week, we can get the pipeline, working and verify the FC build. That's a pipeline, the second one. And the third one, I believe there's something to do with the volume mode. And Yonghui talked to me about it. And he said that we may want to fix that before 1.15 RC1. And I see there's a PR by Michael. I will double check with Yonghui tomorrow and give you guys update.
Right. Sounds good. And I guess we have the 116. We look at the candidates. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think we need to go through the candidate in this meeting. Instead, we just went through it, reviewed it, and later I think for those ones assigned to the maintainers in Broadcom, we will discuss again internally and put them into the milestone. And for those ones like Shuban opened, if you want to put them into the 1.16, just please let us know, and I think we can quickly discuss them in the next community meeting and put them into the milestone.
Yeah.
But currently, I think we are still in the process until the feature freeze of 16. I think we can continue like grooming the 1.16 candidates like the previous releases.
Yeah, I
Sounds
haven't
good.
added it yet, but I'm expecting this week to add that phase 2 of the backup performance improvements, where we add the multi-threaded with the item blocks. That'll be added to 116. I just haven't added the issue yet.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to discussion topics. Matthias?
Hi, bringing again the discussion I brought in the last meeting I was. So the developer experience in Velero project is not good. I think we need to improve. So I put it some examples of things I saw. First example is a PR I have up. It's almost 1 year old. I think I brought it in 2 meetings. I brought in Velero Slack. I never got a single review from a known Red Hat maintainer on that PR. On August 14, one PR head up was forgot, and then another PR that did the same thing was merged. On August 29, a PR from a contributor, he closed the PR because he was not happy. And on September 21 and 25, Morel, who was contributed with a lot of contribution in the project in the last months, closed 4 PRs. I think also angry about not getting reviews. So I think this is something that we should discuss. I brought some possible solution there with, I don't know, using the bot in Slack already tells, hey, Velero maintainers review PRs, but doesn't tell what PR to review. So
actually we sorry to interrupt, but actually we go through all the PRs weekly. Someone we ignore them because it doesn't seem very interesting to us. So do you think we should just close it or just leave it here? What do you prefer? Because we only have limited time.
Hold on. When like the lifeblood of an open source project are new contributors, right? Usually in a project like this, the person looking out for community contributions, getting more bugs and patches open from the community is a community lead, right? Which has been sorely absent from this project. I would say it is ignoring contributions without any comment, any welcoming. Hey, thank you very much for submitting this, but at this time, we don't think we're going to be able to merge this in the next few releases. Here's a list of bugs that we're actually going after, some visibility. These are basic community steps that engineers like us use to have to do less work. right? So that more of the open source community can do the work for us. And this project is certainly not as welcoming to the world of developers as it could be. And I think Matthias makes a good point. We need to do better. And I think the first thing to resolve is, who is the community lead of Velero? Right. So there's our first problem. That needs to be addressed, and that needs to be addressed by the team of maintainers. We need to
Yeah,
call.
there was a role of like community manager in VMware, but
It
it's
doesn't need to
now.
be someone who's paid to do this role, right? Doesn't need to be, but it's sorely absent right now, whether it's someone that's paid to do it or not. So I would ask this, that the maintainers put out a proposal for a community lead. I think there's some doc on what the community lead does. I'll have to go review that, and look for volunteers, a term, and a transition process, so that new users, contributors, people who are interested in helping out our project aren't ignored and have like a bad taste in their mouth after working with us. I don't think any of us here want that, right? I think we all want as much awesome engineers to jump in with us as possible, unless I'm wrong.
Well, you're right, Wes. There's no doubt about that. Yeah.
So we're just kind of shooting ourselves in the foot by not being as welcoming and open to contributions and acknowledging their contributions as possible, in my opinion. So I think maintainers, we need to fix this. And that would start with a nomination process and some guidelines around how long of a term. Maybe it's per release.
Yeah, I think we can find like a community lead. I'm have no objection to that, but I think sometimes we need to balance the energy we put into the software and making everybody happy. I think that sometimes it's a little difficult, given all of us have limited time and energy.
That is totally reasonable, but it's like it's no one's responsibility at the moment. And it's not even something that's in our like DNA as a community here, Red Hat, Cloud Casa, and Broadcom, that it's an expectation that you welcome new contributors in and try and make them feel welcome so they keep contributing. Those are the things that I think we need to change. And yeah, I'm not expecting engineers to do all that work. It needs to be a shared understanding, and we need to have at least one person probably per release to help nudge and help look for for contributors that are being ignored and help welcome them in, or else we're just going to be looking at our same old ugly faces all the time, which is not what we want.
I think generally, I'm pretty sure that at least within Broadcom, we look at each PR weekly, but some of them we forgot to comment or chose not to comment because, to be honest, I don't think those are very valuable. That may sound a little unwelcome.
No, that's legit. That's legit. It's just all in the wording.
So shall I just? I'm just not sure, like, how do I refine the wording? Like
yeah,
we
so-
don't want to let them know that we don't want the PR, but we are
Yeah.
still welcome for another PR. Probably we still don't want.
If you that's fine. I mean, and we can have a template on how to close a PR, a bug that we don't want to fix, and I'm happy to get that started. And I'll
Yeah.
I'll make a HackMD, and we can see if the language I come up with, if you guys just cut and paste that in, that's a small step, but we really do need in the absence of someone doing this, who also isn't doing the engineering, I think the maintainers should put up what criteria of what we want out of a community lead and the term, and maybe we can get someone, maybe we can get some nominations, some volunteers, and then the maintainers can vote on how we're going to approach this in lack of a paid Orlin who was doing it for us. But it's been too long, I think, and I don't want to be the only one talking. So let me shut up for a minute and see what other people like Anshul, Raghu, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think if there is a clear document what the responsibilities are, I think that should be the first step. And I totally agree that then we can start the nomination process. But did you say that there is already some document like that?
I just haven't looked at that area of the documentation in a long time. I think there might be. I just have to go look. But
Okay,
it's
let's start
yeah.
from there. I think that's probably the right place to begin.
Yeah, and yeah. And Daniel, you're absolutely right. I don't expect busy engineers to be that person. But if we can make it easier for you to close a bug without, or a PR without, while also still encouraging that person to try again with something else, I think that's our goal. Does that intention make sense to you?
Sorry, saying again. Replying the message in Slack.
Uh,
Oh.
what I don't expect you or other very busy engineers to be responsible for the holding hands of contributors. It'd be nice, but it's not my expectation. I would like to provide the language and kind of a template for how to constructively close a PR that you don't want, you think should be closed, or a bug that you don't want and you think it should be closed effectively, while also encouraging that person to try again. Because that's what's going to happen with a newbie, is they're going to try and fix something and it's going to be terrible, or they're going to open up a bug that's not a bug. And we need to be able to close these things while also welcoming people in. That's the trick. That's the balance. And so if we have the language and the tools, so you can cut and paste something into a bug, I think that's a first step as well.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
Yeah.
And we also need to address where the Velero.io is hosted. I assume that's still on your account or some on a personal account. There's a lot of things to this project that aren't very, it's not a very enterprise community project at the moment. But let's take small steps and see if we can do a little better. And I think Matthias, thank you for raising this here. We have a problem and we have the ability to fix it. So let's try and take steps to fix it. And I'm going to lean on maintainers to do so.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Cool. Matthew, you added a new topic you want to discuss?
Yeah, just real quick. Been working on this on and off for a while. It's the yeah, updating the data mover display to show kind of like more statistics. So my problem right now is trying to figure out the actual bytes moved off cluster, like ignoring what Copia is caching. And I got a pretty good suggestion from Lyndon, I thought, to look at the cached bytes in one of the Copia structures. And what I've seen is it kind of Copia kind of figures out all the cache bytes up front, and it's not like a helpful way to calculate this. Just I got a bunch of like negative values up front, so just looking for any suggestions on how to figure out the bytes moved off cluster. If anybody has any ideas.
I wonder if it's possible. I don't know how active the Slack channel situation is for Copia, but maybe asking there, maybe someone on the Copia team might be able to point you in the right direction, since no one here seems to really have a bunch of ideas.
Yeah, okay, might be worth
Yeah,
it.
I think I also talked to Lyndon here. He mentioned that there probably no good way.
Oh, okay.
Did you try to use uploaded bytes? Was that available?
Yeah, it's there, but I never see the value get updated. So I guess the callback's not
Because
firing for whatever reason.
I think Copia exposes that, right? Via progress flag or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I have,
definitely an uploaded bytes field.
yeah, I have one comment in this. I can talk about what we have done in Cloud Casa. We don't use Velero's data upload download, right? But we have implemented our own move using Copia. So we implemented a wrapper, a storage wrapper, which basically redirects all the calls to Copia, but it keeps its own metrics. And using that, we are able to capture information in a more useful way than what the stock Copia is doing. So I think if you guys are interested at some point, I think Wes, maybe we can just have a call to, talk to your team or somebody, just give some high level overview what we're doing.
That's cool. Hadn't thought of that.
That'd be great. I don't see why. Well, depending on how you want to share that information, maybe. I'll ping you in Slack.
Yeah,
group,
let's
but
that.
that
I'm okay
could
to
be
do
appropriate for
Yeah.
the HackMD and a community call as well. Depending on how broadly you want to share that information.
Yeah, makes sense. Let's talk, and I'm okay to do it even on the community call. I guess I need to talk to David, but maybe in 2 weeks' time, if that works out. I think it should not be a lot. I mean, it's basically a wrapper implemented on top of Copia, basically redirecting the calls, right? Intercepting the Copia calls.
Interesting. Okay, that's good input. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. Anyone have any other topics?
Because we see where it is.
All right, I guess the meeting's adjourned. Good night and good day, everyone.
Yes, it says.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Tiger.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.